Now this is a Barmah hat. This is an Australian genuine Barmah hat made out of genuine kangaroo leather. I went for a darker version because I liked it dark. You can get them in shades lighter. But in this video I'm going to show you how you can waterproof the leather, because when you buy it in the shop they just suggest that it's like any leather, like boots or anything like that. It comes water resistant to so much, but if you use a waterproofing wax it will definitely waterproof it for the year to come. And especially when you don't waterproof it, the leather can soak up the water. Say if it's a downpour and you're using it in that, yes, it will keep you dry, but it will affect the hat. The hat will soak up all the water and it would wrinkle, and then when it dries out, that's when you get cracks. And you don't really want that, because then you ruin your Australian hat, don't you? So what I use is a waterproofing wax for leather. I just picked this up off a store online. Barmah actually suggests that you take your hat into your local shoe shop because they obviously stock loads of these, or your outdoor shoe shop like hiking boots, because they all stock this waterproofing wax, different types of wax for different types of leather. Now this hat in particular is a very soft, it's the soft squidgy-roo hat, so it means you can pack it down like this and put it in your bag and stuff. So it's a very soft leather that you want to keep soft. I've worn it out in the outback, and this hat in particular turns purple black when it's in extreme heat. And they do say, oh, you can't have your hat in extreme heat, but you're bloody in Australia, for God's sake. It's gonna get hot on your head. It's better the hat gets hot than your head, eh? It is gonna get hot. It's gonna dry out like skin, because leather is skin at the end of the day. So you need to put that moisture back into the hat and waterproof it. And this is how. So what you're going to need for this is obviously your hat, your waterproofing wax, and then a rag. Any sort of rag, cloth rag, it will do. It's just to rub it and work it into the leather. So let's get to it. So the one I bought comes with this spongy thing that you can rub it in with, but that's meant for like boots and hard leathers, so I'm not going to use that. Get rid of that. And because I'm using a rag, I much prefer using a rag because you can get it in all the little nooks and crannies. Gonna just put it out onto that, get rid of that, rub it in a little bit, soften it up a little. Whatever waterproofing wax you use, it is going to make your hat darker. Just bear that in mind, but it will be waterproof, so I don't really care. I like mine dark anyway, so I don't mind. So you start working it into the leather, doing it in circles. You can do it however you want, but I like to do circles to make sure it gets in all these little cracks, these natural cracks of the kangaroo leather. Got a feeling this will take me quite a while. Because obviously it's a big brimmed hat. See, the nice thing with a rag, you can work it into that little crack, nook and crannies there. This is all made out of leather, by the way, so you can do everything. But what I think I'm going to do, so I know where I've been, is start with all the brim and work my way up the hat. See how it's made it darker from that to that? So you've got to be happy that you're going to make it darker, obviously. It does feel waxy on the surface, but hopefully it will dry. And for the sake of doing it, I'm going to just waterproof the rim, which isn't really leather, but who cares? I can feel that already, that it's really putting the moisture back into the hat, which is good because it will last longer. I actually met a guy with a Barmah hat, but it was so unrecognisable. It basically had all of this, but then half the rim left, because he said he kept it on his dashboard in his car, and the sun got to it, extreme heat, shriveled it up. Then he wears it out for the rain, never treated it, and it bloody tethered all over. It was basically ruined, but he said it's his hat. He loves that effect. It's your hat, you do what you want with it, but I want to keep mine in a nice shape because I want to use it out in the wet weather. Because England, as you know, is very wet. Like at the minute it's April, we got April showers, which is very annoying because it's nice weather, but then it just spontaneously rains. See, I've put too much, and now it's just filled up with wax, and I don't want that. I don't want to get that, so I'm just going to buffer that out. So stay tuned on my channel. In the future, I will be doing a giveaway of some sort. Let me know down below what bit of kit you desire the most. So there you go, that's the full rim done. And make sure you only do the outside because that's what's going to get wet at the end of the day. You don't want to do the inside because this is really soft interior leather, and it doesn't need to be treated. Don't worry about that. So now I'm going to do the crown, if that's what it's called, or this little rim bit here. Let's start again from here. Now, because there's a lot of detail in this, I think I need to rub it into the cloth first and then rub over it, because you see how it's gone into the cracks. I don't want that to happen. I've just got too much wax into many spaces, sort of thing. Also, as a giveaway, I would love to give away one of these hats, but you have to show your interest, guys. Show your interest. How many people actually want a Barmah hat, another Barmah hat or whatever, and then I'll consider it. Look at that, it gives it quite a nice effect on the rim. See how it already gives it that wet look, but obviously when it dries it will be pristine condition. Yeah, and don't forget these tassely bits, they're still leather. There is this bit under the tassel, don't forget that, because you see, if one bit dries up, it starts the whole thing, sort of thing, and that'll crack. And that I'm going to hopefully be using this on some of the wild camping trips I've got planned. This year I've got about 5 wild camping trips, and if I do more, I do more. That'll be fantastic, but it will be all across the UK, you see, and we're going to have some good fun. You see, this is a lot easier with a cloth. If you did it with that bloody pointer thing, you're going to have a hard time with it. Just watch this stitch in here. I've got the bloody wax stuck in there. So a lot of old English farmers used to wear coats that weren't waterproof. It's made out of a fabric material, and they used to have to waterproof it like this with beeswax and other sort of fats that they had on the farm. I think they used to use goose fat as well, but I don't think that lasts as long as obviously wax. Now we're going to do the top. The main bit you need to really wax, so you can use a lot for this bit because it's one bit of leather, and really work it into that bit, because this is the main bit that's obviously going to get rained on. You want this to be sealed tight. Make sure you get down this seam, because that's where the water will collect a little bit. Just going to put an extra coat on the top. Just make sure I've got everywhere I need to. And that is that. One waterproofed Barmah hat. You see how it's changed the colour? It's gone a lot darker, so just expect to have that. If you've got a lighter colour hat, it's going to go darker, probably with one full shade. But obviously it'll wear off when it rains and in the sun. And now I'm going to let that just dry in the room temperature, and make sure you leave it to dry just standing like normal, or else it will like take a weird shape for some reason. So there you go. I hope this has answered your question of how to waterproof a Barmah hat, and this is going to be rainproof for about a year. This will last, say, a year. Do it every year, unless you've been out in a monsoon for God knows how long, then yeah, keep waterproofing. I hope this has helped you, and please check out my other video on the review of the Barmah hat if you're looking to buy one. Thanks for watching, and tune in next time to join the expedition. This is the Australian Barmah hat. In particular, this is the squishy moo hat, which like butane gas, like one of those cheapo £1 jobbies you get off the market. I want it.